Hold on tight, folks, because we're diving headfirst into the biggest stories of the day. The Chicago Cubs just dropped a pair to the Dodgers, snapping their impressive 10-game winning streak, and now they're heading south to face the San Diego Padres. Can Matthew Boyd, making his first road start, turn things around against a Padres team hungry for a win? We've got the prediction, the odds, and the picks. Don't miss a beat.
Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to hold it with one hand? The PopSockets Pop Grip gives you a secure grip, works as a phone stand, and even lets you swap the top for a fresh new look. Simple, useful, and perfect for everyday phone use. Click the link in the comments to grab yours on Amazon.
But that's not all. The Cubs are dealing with some injury news, and it's a mixed bag. Closer Daniel Palencia is trending in the right direction, with a big bullpen session scheduled for Tuesday, potentially paving the way for his return. However, lefty Riley Martin is heading back to Chicago for imaging, and we're all hoping for some good news on that front. Will the Cubs be able to weather this storm and keep their playoff hopes alive? Shifting gears to Philadelphia, the Phillies are having a rough week, going 1-6 on a recent road trip. But even in the midst of the struggle, some players are shining. We're breaking down the 3-up, 3-down from Brandon Marsh's surprising surge to Aaron Nola's concerning performance. Can the Phillies turn things around, or is this the start of a deeper slump? Finally, a look back at yesterday's game between the Cubs and the Dodgers. A 6-0 shutout where Shohei Ohtani proved to be a force to be reckoned with. We're analyzing the key moments, highlighting the heroes and goats, and wondering if the Cubs can bounce back against the Padres. Don't miss out on all the action. Subscribe to our channel, hit that bell icon, and stay tuned for the latest updates. Good morning, baseball fans. The Chicago Cubs travel to San Diego to begin a 3-game series against the Padres at Petco Park. Despite a recent 10-game winning streak snapped by the Dodgers, the Cubs are facing a tough matchup. Chicago sends left-hander Matthew Boyd to the mound, his first road start of the season, carrying a 5.79 ERA. The Padres, however, are 5-2 against lefties this year. Chicago's pitching has struggled recently, allowing at least 4 runs in 4 consecutive games and averaging 7.3 runs conceded per game. This trend has seen the over hit in 5 of their last 6. The Padres return home after a split series in Mexico City and are looking to capitalize on Boyd's road debut. Current odds favor the Padres on the moneyline at -105, playable up to -120. That's the outlook from San Diego as we head into today's game. Chicago Cubs manager Craig Counsell provided key injury updates on 2 relief pitchers. Closer Daniel Palencia is progressing well from a lat strain, initially diagnosed as an oblique issue, and is scheduled for a significant bullpen session on Tuesday. Counsell indicated a successful session will clarify Palencia's activation timeline, suggesting a return is potentially imminent. Palencia had been shut down since April 17th after experiencing symptoms during conditioning, but the team was able to retroactively apply his injured list stint. Meanwhile, left-hander Riley Martin, sidelined with elbow inflammation, is returning to Chicago for further imaging. The Cubs are awaiting the results, with the extent of Martin's injury currently unknown. Given the team's needs in the bullpen, a positive diagnosis for Martin is crucial, as another significant loss would be a blow to their pitching depth. A tough week on the road, the team went just 1-6, but amidst the struggles, some players shone while others faltered. Let's break down the 3-up, 3-down for the week of April 20th to 26th. First, the positives. Brandon Marsh continues to impress, hitting a remarkable .391 with 2 home runs, showing encouraging signs even against left-handed pitching. Zach Wheeler, despite a slightly shaky start, looked like his dominant self against the Braves, with velocity reaching near 96 mph, a key indicator to monitor in his upcoming starts. And Adolis Garcia is starting to see results, though a few more extra base hits would certainly be welcome. Now for the downturn. Kyle Schwarber's performance has been concerning, hitting just .111 with a .250 on-base percentage. The team needs a return to his 2023 form. Felix Ray's brief stint in the majors proved he's not quite ready, and a return to Lehigh Valley seems necessary, though options for a call-up appear limited. Finally, Aaron Nola's struggles are deeply troubling, with an ERA above 6, prompting comparisons to Patrick Corbin and raising serious questions about the team's future. The Chicago Cubs suffered a decisive 6-0 shutout loss to the Los Angeles Dodgers on Sunday, marking their second consecutive defeat after a successful homestand. A dominant performance by the Dodgers, fueled by a recent surge in offensive and pitching prowess, proved too much for the Cubs to overcome. Shohei Ohtani's strong performance was highlighted as a key factor in the Dodgers' success. The Cubs now look to rebound as they head to San Diego for a series against the Padres, who currently hold an 18-9 record and are motivated by last year's playoff loss to Chicago. Matthew Boyd is slated to start for the Cubs, while the Padres will send Randy Vasquez to the mound. Despite the challenging matchup, the Cubs have historically demonstrated resilience, avoiding prolonged slumps in recent seasons. Key moments in Sunday's game included Miguel Rojas's 2-run double for the Dodgers and a promising start to the game for the Cubs with baser runners following a Nico Hoerner single. The team currently maintains a win pace of 98.4 games. Fans will be hoping for a strong response from the Cubs as they face another tough opponent on the road.